Moving on from question 2 of the first logical reasoning section, section 2 of free LSAT PrepTest 141 over at lawhub.lsac.org, we see question 3, and as always, we've got a highlight tool ready to go, and we've got to mark specifically the task we are being asked to do with this problem. The stem states, the reasoning in the argument is most vulnerable to criticism in that the argument blank. So we've just got to find a flaw or a vulnerability in this argument. So we're going to read the argument on the left. We're going to highlight the conclusion for clear reference and try to mentally predict, if we've got an in real life situation, what the flaw might be up front before we engage with the answer choices. So the paragraph on the left states, some video game makers have sold the movie rights for popular games. However, this move is rarely good from a business perspective. After all, StarQuanta sold the movie rights to its popular game Nostroma, but the poorly made film adaptation of the game was hated by critics and the public alike. Subsequent versions of the Nostroma video game, although better than the original, sold poorly. Well, we should be able to identify the conclusion immediately. It's that this move, meaning selling the rights for popular video games to movie producers, is rarely good, and we just have one example of this StarQuanta Nostroma bad movie adaptation. We should have a relatively readily predictable kind of flaw here. Just because it didn't work for StarQuanta and Nostroma doesn't mean that it's rarely a good business move. So we've got a non-representative sample. We're going to go to the answer choices and hopefully be able to make quick work of them knowing what our flaw is before we even look at those answers. So thank you for watching this LSAT explanation video. If you're enjoying the tips that it contains, please consider becoming a My Guru YouTube channel member if you haven't already done so. You'll get access to exclusive videos and early access to new LSAT explanation videos as they're produced as well. Additionally, you'll get access to speak with me and potentially discounts on live tutoring as well. So consider becoming a My Guru member today, but for now, let's get back to this explanation. Choice A draws a general conclusion on the basis of just one individual case. Ding, 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 that is our correct answer. And again, if you're aiming for a 165 or 170 plus, you may fly through the rest of these answer choices at this point since it matched our prediction to just maximize efficiency. But of course, for the purposes of this video, we will go through and highlight specific reasons to eliminate from the remaining answer choices. Choice B reads, infers that a product will be disliked by the public merely from the claim that the product was disliked by critics. Well, no, that's not the flaw. Both the public and the critics really hated this Nostroma film adaptation. You can see that right here, hated by critics and the public alike, so that just doesn't match the facts as presented, and we can eliminate B. Then choice C restates as a conclusion a claim earlier presented as evidence for that conclusion. Well, no, it didn't just say kind of circular logic. This is the kind of trap answer where if you're not being assertive enough with choice A, you might talk yourself into C, but we are not engaging in circular logic. There is evidence. It's not just restating that evidence as the conclusion either. So we can eliminate choice C. Then choice D takes for granted that products with similar content that are in different media will be of roughly equal popularity. Well, what is roughly equal popularity? I mean, it doesn't say that the game was not good, and we know that this movie was bad, so they're not equal in any fashion. Again, D is just a misconstruing of the information presented as the facts. And then choice E treats a requirement for a product to be popular as something that ensures that a product will be popular. Well, popularity isn't at issue in the conclusion, so we can eliminate choice E for that reason. And of course, you probably would have selected A little while ago when you were doing your own practice if you made a good prediction, as we did in this explanation video.